Unit 4 talks about writing linear equations. We learned a bunch of equations throughout this unit. We talked about point-slope form. Point-slope form uses the equation y minus y1 equals m times the quantity x minus x1. Slope-intercept form was y equals mx plus b, and standard form was in the form ax plus by equals c. Remember, with standard form, you were not allowed to have any fractions, so we always had to multiply by the denominator of the fraction. For slope-intercept form, y equals mx plus b, we have been using that this whole time, and point-slope form uses a slope and a point. So looking at number 1, it says write the equation of the line in point-slope form given you have a slope of 2 and a point negative 10, 3. So negative 10, 3 is going to be our x1, y1. Point-slope form is the y minus y1 equals m times the quantity x minus x1. So we would just start substituting in y minus y1. Well, y1 is 3. Equals our slope, which is 2, times x minus x1, and in this problem, it's negative 10. We have a double negative, so we turn positive. So our final equation is y minus 3 equals 2 times x plus 10. And that's going to be our answer. Number 2 says write the equation of the line in point-slope form that passes through these 2 points. Now, last unit, we talked about how to find slope. So we have x1, y1, x2, y2. Okay, and if you remember, that formula was y2, which is 8, minus y1, which is negative 7, over x2, which is 7, minus x1, which is 2. So we have some addition there with the double negative. 8 plus 7 is 15. 7 minus 2 is 5. And we have to continue to simplify. So our slope here is 3. So we were not given our slope in this problem. But now we have a slope of 3 and we have a point. Again, you could choose either of the 2 points. I just like to use the first one because it's got that x1, y1 already. So we would write our equation, y minus y1, which is negative 7, equals our slope of 3 times x minus x1, which is 2. You have a double negative, turn it positive, and that's your answer. In problem number 3, it says write the equation of the line in slope-intercept form, given the slope m equals negative 4 and the point 8, negative 5. Well, slope-intercept form deals with our slope m and our intercept, which is that 0 and a number. Well, our point is not an intercept. So remember, we are always allowed to start in point-slope form and solve into slope-intercept form. So we have an x1 and we have a y1. So we have y minus y1, which is negative 5, equals our slope, which is negative 4, times x minus x1, which is 8. Okay, and now we have a double negative, and we distribute. So let's distribute our slope. We have y plus 5 equals negative 4x plus 32. We have to subtract 5 to get our y alone. So we have y equals negative 4x plus 27. This is our equation in slope-intercept form. So sometimes you have to start in one form and solve to get to the other. We also were given word problems that we had to figure out equations. So it says Cedric is climbing down a mountain. 1 hour after his descent, he is 3,335 feet above sea level. After 5 hours, he is 2,675 feet above sea level. Write an ordered pair for each piece of information, make a table, and find the rate of change. Well, one sentence here, 1 hour after his descent, he is 3,335 feet above. So that would be the ordered pair 1, 3,335. The second sentence here, it says after 5 hours, that's going to be the start of our second ordered pair, he's 2,675 feet. We can easily turn these ordered pairs into a table and do our jumps. To get from 1 to 5, we add 4. And to get from 3,335 to 2,675, we subtract 660. Now, if you remember back when we talked about slope, our slope is y over x, so our change in y is negative 660, and we put that over x, which is 4. When we simplify, that gives us negative 165 feet per hour. Don't forget your units, especially if it's a word problem. Okay, so we found our ordered pairs, we made a table, and we found the rate of change. Now what we have to do is write an equation for this problem in slope-intercept form. So we look at our points. Are either of our points a y-intercept? The answer is no, because we do not have a 0 here. So just like before, we have to start in point-slope form and end in slope-intercept form. So we have y minus, I'm going to pick the top point, y minus y1 is 3,335, equals our slope we said was negative 165 times x minus x1. If we solve, we need to distribute the negative 165. So you get negative 165x plus 165. Okay, to get y by itself, we need to add that big 3,000 number. So our slope-intercept form is y equals negative 165x plus 3,500, which means that Cedric started his descent at 3,500 feet. All right, I need you to start the Unit 4 homework problems that go along with this, and we'll talk about Unit 5 soon.